Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start my declutter series. So I'm going to start with my contour and bronze. So I wanted to show you what my drawer looks like before we start decluttering. It's so full right now, which is not a good thing, but it's so full right now that I can't actually fit everything into the compartments that I'm using. I'm using the Sunny Cosmetics organizer. I purchased these off of their website. So I'm going to go through here and get rid of some things that I know personally I'm not going to use anymore. Some of these will be going up on my Poshmark. Some of these will be donated to friends and family, and then some of these will probably get tossed. So I'm going to pull everything out of here and set them onto the floor. That way there I can kind of get a bird's eye view of everything. So I just wanted to give you an overview of everything in here first before we start decluttering. So my goal is to actually get rid of at least, I'd say maybe close to a half of them gone. That would be really great. So, but we'll see how well I do. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so I've spread all of the contour palettes as well as the highlighters, bronzers out onto the blanket here. So we're going to go through here and get rid of as many as I possibly can that I know that I'm not personally going to be using or that just don't work for me. So hopefully the lighting in this is okay. I know last time I did a declutter series that the lighting wasn't the best. So hopefully it's good. Let's pray for that anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Laura Geller. This is the Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting Face and Body Glow. So this one is in Hawaiian Glow. This one for me works really, really well for like your body, like glowing, body glowing, for like a body bronzer. But I personally don't use a whole lot of body bronzers. So I think I'm going to declutter this from my collection just because it's not something I use a whole lot. And it's just sitting here collecting dust basically because it's not getting used. So I think I'm going to declutter this. It's beautiful, but you can tell that I didn't use a ton of this. It's still a lot left in this palette. So I'm going to declutter this product from my collection. Then we have the Marc Jacobs. This is a new one to my collection. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantric. I love this one. The color to this works absolutely amazing. I think the color for me is like my perfect bronze. So I am definitely going to be keeping this one because it just works so well. It blends out effortlessly. This one is staying in my collection. And then I have the e.l.f. This is the contour palette, not color palette, contour palette. So here's what it looks like on the inside. This is fine, but honestly, I don't find myself ever reaching for this. So I'm just going to get rid of it basically because I just don't reach for it. So that's the other thing I'm going to find is the things that I'm not playing with, I'm not touching. So they need to just go ahead and go. So this one is going to go because I just don't find myself touching it. Then I have the Patrick Star and MAC. I was trying to say MAC and Patrick Star at the same time. This is a bronzer from their collection. This one is beautiful as well. It kind of reminds me of the Tantric one that I have from Marc Jacobs. So I think I'm going to keep this in my collection and see if I can use it more. I don't use it a lot right now, but a lot of that, I think the reason why is because I just don't have anywhere to it's not that I don't have anywhere. It's because I can't find it. So basically my drawer was so full that I couldn't really find the ones that I've been wanting to use. So I think I'm going to keep this one for a little while longer. Then I have the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Chiseled to Perfection palette. So here's what this looks like. It's got some contour. It's got the highlighters in here as well. I don't find myself reaching for this one anymore. I did when I originally bought it because I really liked it. I love the little brush to it. So I think what I'm going to do is wash the brush up and then get rid of this one as well. So this one is leaving my collection. And then I have the Smashbox one. This is a huge Smashbox palette. This is the Holidays Contour and Spotlight palette. It is so big that it's like cumbersome to use, to be honest with you, just because I feel like every time I try to get it out, they're so hard to get it out of my drawer because it has to set into the very back of it. So I barely get to use this just because of the size. So for me, I think if this were smaller, I probably would have used it more. But because it's so big, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't have room for it in my collection. Then I have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I love this one. This one is beautiful. It is a little bit bigger of a palette and everything, but it's not so big that I can't find a place to store it. So this one is going to stay in my collection just because I think the colors are beautiful. It does go to a more deeper shade, which is perfect for like different skin tones. It does have lighter shades, so it kind of like has a range of colors. So for me, this is one that I'm definitely going to be keeping. Then I have the Tarteist Contour Palette. So this is the one that's in the round packaging. This one is beautiful as well, but I don't know why, but I just don't reach for this one. And I think it's because, personally, I just think this one is hard to get the brushes into. For me, I have a hard time getting my brushes into these because my brushes are pretty thick, the ones that I use. And I think that's why I have a hard time using this one. So I'm going to declutter that one. And then I have the Smashbox. This is the Cali Contour. This one is beautiful. This one is smaller pans like the Tarte one, or the Tarte that I just showed you. But I don't know why, but this one I can't get rid of because I just think it works so well on my skin. I love the color combination here. I think it's beautiful. So this one is going to stay in my collection. Then I have the Laura Geller. This is the Beach Matte Baked Hydrating Bronzer. So this one here is for your face. This one's not an all over body one like the other one was. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm going to keep this one because I think it does work well for me. I'm trying to move the lighting around here a little bit so we can get better lighting. Hopefully that works. So I think I'm going to keep this one just because I think it does do a good job for me and it's beautiful. It looks really good on the skin. So is my camera not focusing? Oh my gosh. Here we go. There we go. Siesta Medium. So that's the shade. All right, the next one is from Bare Minerals. This is the Invisible Bronze. So this is one that came in, I think, like a BoxyCharm or something. This one is really nice for me in the winter months when my skin is very fair. So I think this is going to work again for the winter months. So I'm going to hold on to that one. Then I have the Fiona Styles. This is the Fiona Styles Light Medium Bronzer. So here's what it looks like. I'll be honest, I don't really find myself reaching for this one anymore. So I think I'm going to declutter this one. Then I have the Laura Geller. This is the Get Ready and Go Eyes and Face palette. So it's like supposed to be for your cheeks. It's supposed to be for your eyes as well as everything else. It's kind of just a face palette. I don't find myself reaching for this one. This one is going to go for my collection as well. Then I have the Bahama Mama. This is from the Balm. I have this in a different palette. So I have it in like a combination palette. So I think I'm going to get rid of this just because I already have it in another place. So there's no point in having it in multiple different places. So you just need it in one place and then that way there maybe you'll use it more. So I'm going to get rid of this one just because I already have it in another location, like another palette. And then this one here, this is the Too Faced Carry It and Big one. My metal pieces are like flaking off of this because the drawer kept shutting up onto this palette, unfortunately. But this is the Carry and Big Soul Mattes palette or Soul Mates palette. So here's what it looks like. This one I am definitely keeping. This one is more for nostalgia than anything else just because I love Carry and Big. Like Sex and the City was like one of my favorite shows. They have another one that's Ross and Rachel as well. I wish I had both of them, but this is definitely staying in my collection. Then I have this one from Pure. This is the Pure... I don't know what the palette is actually called. It doesn't have a name on here, just a Pure palette. So this one is super tiny though. That's the reason why I don't like this. The pan sizes are way too small for me. These feel like eyeshadow palettes. Like these are really small. So this for me is going to leave just because it's too small for me to fit my brushes into and I don't find myself reaching for it. Then I have the Rimmel. This is the Maxi Bronzer. This is for your face and for your body. This is actually a pretty good bronzer. I was quite surprised to see how good it worked for my skin. So this one is going to stay in my collection. Then I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one you guys probably already know is fantastic. This is in light. Yeah, this is light bronzer. I have another one over here. Is that one light bronzer as well? I have two open. What in the world? I think I'm going to pass one of these along to my mom and see if she wants to try these out. I'll give her the newer one. I'll keep the older one. That way there I can continue using it up. But these are really good for your, like, a natural looking bronze, I think. And it just smells fantastic. So if you've not smelled these yet, you have to go smell them because they smell very good. It smells like vacation. Then we have the Mark. This is the Glow Together. This was an Avon collection one, I'm pretty sure. So here's what this one looks like. This one is a little bit too orange for me, so I don't love the color on my skin. It does work, but it's a little too orangey. All right, I'm going to move you guys up so we can see some more here together. And then the next one is from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced. This is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So this is like their famous one that everybody knows about. I'm definitely going to keep this one because I think it works really well for me. It's a perfect bronze color. Then this is a newer one to my collection. This was sent to me by Octoly and Lancome. This is the La French Glow. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the shades in here. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, like mixed together. You could just do like the top two rows. You could do the bottom two. You could do them individually. I just think this is a fantastic bronzer palette. So this is definitely staying in my collection as well. Then I have this one here from Makeup Revolution. This is the Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. This actually works really well for me as well, so I like the color to this. It's a little orange, but it's not overly orange like the other one that I just showed you guys. This one works pretty well for me, so I'm going to keep this one. Then I have the Too Faced Sweetie Pie. This one here is a bronzer. Actually, It's supposed to be, I think, a bronzer, but I use it most of the time as a blush. So I think what I'm going to do is probably end up moving it back over to my blush collection just because I think it works really well there. But I don't know, I really like this one anyway, so either way it's not leaving my collection because I think it's beautiful. Then I have the Becca and Chloe and Malika one. These are the ones that are like the little X's in here, the X's and O's. I don't like these at all. I don't like these for my skin. I think that they're just, I don't know, something about this feels very not good. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like these. I don't know what I should do with them. I don't know if I should just like get rid of them or if I should keep them. I'm going to stick these to the side. I think I'm going to get rid of them. Let's see. Yep, they're gone. They're gone. Then I have the NYX California Beamin'. This is the bronzer from NYX, and this is in the shade, the golden one. Here's what it looks like. This one has a little too much shimmer to it for me, so this one doesn't work so well for my skin. So I'm going to pass this one along. Then we have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This one is the pretty much the first one that I think everybody started talking about, like the contour and bronzers and stuff. I'm definitely keeping this one in my collection because it does work really well. I think the colors in here are absolutely fantastic. So I know not everybody likes Kat Von D right now, but her stuff is good. I mean, what can you say? It's good. Then we have the one from Soap and Glory. This is the Mighty Contourer. I don't like this. This is a cream product. I'm going to see if my mom wants to try this because I know it's a cream product, so I can't really like pass it along to somebody who's not family or friends. But it's like cream blush, cream highlight, and cream bronzer, and it just doesn't work for me. I don't like that type of product, so I'll see if maybe she wants to try it out. Then I have this one right here. This is the Anastasia Contour Kit. This is for light to medium. Ugh, here we go. Here's what it looks like. This one, I have barely touched this one, so I need to actually start trying this one out more because this one here was one that I had lusted after for a very long time. And then after I got it, honestly, it just got stuck in the back of my drawer and I didn't really use it. So I need to start pulling this one out and using it. Hopefully by getting rid of some of these other palettes, maybe I will start using it. Then we have the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. This one here is beautiful as well. It reminds me of the Anastasia one, but I don't know if I need that many contour and highlight palettes. So, I think I'm going to get rid of the Lorac and I'm going to keep the Anastasia. So, or should I keep the... I think I'm going to do the opposite. Since this one's barely used, I can go ahead and get rid of this one on Poshmark, sell it to somebody who maybe doesn't have this or maybe wants this, and I'll keep my Lorac. That's what I'm going to do. That's the better decision because that way there I know that I really like the Lorac one and I haven't tried the Anastasia out too much. This one here is by Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Contour Palette. This is a really small pans, but honestly this one works really well for vacation. I like this one for when I go on vacation, and it works like good because it's got this beautiful blush in here. The highlighter is beautiful, the bronzer, and then this one has a sculpt. I love Kevyn Aucoin's products, so this one is definitely staying in my collection. Then I have two from Fenty Beauty, which are both the same exact color. One is Shady Biz, the small one. This one stays in my travel set. And then this is the big one for Shady Biz. So this is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's what the color looks like. This blends so effortlessly onto your skin. I have no issues with this whatsoever. It's not too orange. It's just like the perfect shade. So I was happy that I was able to try it out in the small size before I purchased the big size, because otherwise I'm not sure I would have purchased it, to be honest with you. Then we have the Urban Decay Shapeshifter palette. I love this palette. So you've got your contours over here as well as some highlights. And then on the other side, you've got cream products. So your cream products are over here. I think this palette is absolutely fantastic. I don't love cream products, but for some reason, this is like the exception to the rule. It's not the rule. It works really, really well for me. So I'm going to keep that one. All of these cream products that are contour stuff. So I'm getting rid of all of the cream products. So I'm getting rid of the Benefit, the Quickie Contour. So I've got two of those. They're gone. I've got some Anastasia ones. These are like supposed to be like foundations, but they're too dark for me for foundations. I'm getting rid of those. I have those Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun. This is going. Then we have the Hoola Do the Hoola like bronzer. That one's going as well. All the cream ones are gone because I'm not a huge cream lover, so there's no point in keeping those. Then I have this DLS bronzer. This one here is very interesting. I feel like our lighting's off a little bit here. There we go. Is that better? So here's what this one looks like. It is a pretty cool tone shade. I don't love the shade on me though. I'll be honest. I like it better as an eyeshadow than I do as a bronzer or contour. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Then I have the Mini Hoola bronzer. I don't have this in full size, do I? No, I don't have this in full size. So I'm going to keep this one just because I really like the way the shade works for me, and it's just a little mini one, so I know I could use it up pretty quickly. So I'm going to hold on to this one. Then I have the Pretty Vulgar one. This one is really, really good. I don't like the packaging. The packaging I feel like is kind of chintzy, but the bronzer itself is absolutely beautiful, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Then I have the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. I love this one. This one comes with its own little brush, and then the bronzer is right here. It is fantastic. It has a little bit of sparkle to it, but nothing too much. So you're not going to look like Edward Cullen's or anything like that once you put it onto your skin, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Then I have these two from Cargo. Are these both the same? I don't know. Let's see. Let's open them. These are such a pain in the booty to open. These Cargo ones. So there's one. And then here's the other. No, they're definitely different colors. I just hate opening them. They're so hard to open. I think I'm going to pass these along just because I never find myself using them because they're so hard for me to open, and like usually I end up breaking a nail or something trying to open these little things, the little tin cans. They're very cute. Like the packaging is really cute, but they're just really difficult to open. Then I have the NYX. This is the Micro Contour Duo Pencil. I am going to declutter this as well because I don't find myself ever reaching for something like that. Then I have the Bare Minerals. This is just a little one. It's a luxe size little bronzer. Here's what it looks like. I am going to hold on to that because I think it's really pretty, and it's just a little deluxe size, perfect for traveling. Then I have an e.l.f. bronzer. This is the e.l.f. Forever Sun-Kissed bronzer. I couldn't read the name for a second. So here's what it looks like. This one is a really nice light bronzer. It kind of reminds me of the Physicians Formula one, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Then I have the Tarte. This is the Park Avenue Princess one. This is just a little deluxe size one, but I'm going to get rid of it because I do have the full size and I don't think I need this one. I personally, if I'm going to travel with a bronzer, I'm probably going to use the little ones that I already have. This is not one that I am absolutely in love with anyway, so I like it in the big palette just because there's a lot of other things to choose from with it, but in the individual, it's not my favorite. So I'm going to pass that along. So now I'm going to count everything up and then I'll give you guys a grand total. Okay, so I've got it all separated now. So everything on this side is everything that I'm keeping. Everything on this side is everything that I'm getting rid of out of my collection. So on the declutter side, we have 26 products, but you got to remember a lot of these were smaller ones. Those cream products are very small. So there's 26 there that are going away. And then I'm keeping 24. So a total I had what, 50? I had 50. I had a total of 50. So now we're down to 24, which is pretty good. I've like got less than half in my collection now, which makes me extremely happy. So I am super duper excited to get them put back in my drawer. So what I'll do is put them all back in my drawer now, and then I'll show you guys an overview of what it looks like once they're put back in and organized. So let me know if I did good by giving me a thumbs up, or let me know if I did bad by giving me a thumbs down. Either way, it doesn't matter. Just let me know what you think. So hang on and let me put them back in the drawer. Okay, so I've got my drawer put back together. I did put the bigger palettes at the front here this time instead of having them in the back, just because I feel like it works out a little bit better. And then I've got them all organized in this little Sunny Cosmetics organizer. So if you can tell, I have all of them nice and neatly organized. I think it looks so much better. So now I can actually see everything, and then it's got a better bird's eye view of everything, so that right there when I'm looking down in here, I can choose things out very easily. So I'm happy. I'm happy that it all fits in here nice and neatly. And uh-oh, this one is going to give me an issue, I think. I think it might be too big. It might have to sit on top of the Too Faced one. Yep. So let's move this one over here as well, just because it's a little bit larger. I think I'm going to eventually switch drawers. Since this is my contour and bronze drawer, it's a little bit smaller. It's not as deep as my lipstick drawer. So I think I'm going to switch drawers and see if I can't do it that way, because this is ridiculous as well. This needs to be organized. So eventually I think I'm going to switch these out, or maybe my backup drawer. One of these two is going to go for sure though, like switched around. So that way there my contour and bronzes can sit up much better. So right now they're just kind of like sitting in there. I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. It does look better. I just wish that I could organize this section here a little bit better. So let me know what you think of my organization and how everything turned out, and how good of a job you think I did. So let me know. Anyway, stay tuned guys, because there's going to be plenty more declutters coming up, and then I will have my Poshmark Poshmark link below, just in case you're interested in buying anything out of my collection, because I will be decluttering everything for my collection. We're going through blushes, bronzers, highlights, eyeshadow palettes. Everything's going to get decluttered. So we are back in the decluttering season. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and if not, that's okay. Maybe you enjoy the next one. But if you enjoyed, please let me know down below. And if you have anything that you would like to see like a review on or anything, let me know as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.